my name's Drew, welcome to GlassBox, and today I'm here with Wiggs. We're going to do a bit of a Re-scape on, how big's this thing? Tell us about your tank.
So the tank's roughly 5 feet long, 2.5 high and 1.5 wide. So it's great for a lot of height, but unfortunately the depth is always giving me trouble. I don't really have much to work with, which is why you can see it's just all built up to the front. Probably the result of, I don't know, maybe roughly 8 months since I last rescaped, and I haven't really done much pruning or anything like that. It needs some TLC.
All right, let's get to it then.
I'm running aqua ray lights up here. I've had these since I had the tank actually, so that's roughly about 7 or 8 years old now. I think I only have about all of them 100% for about 4 hours of the day. The rest of it's, just slightly ramping up and down. So as you can see, that's the extra bracing I've actually put into it to make sure it can hold the weight of the tank. I'm not an engineer or anything like that, but it's held for 7 years, so I think it'll do all right. I run CO2. These are the controllers for the lights. That's a Purigen reactor, UV filter. I'll try to run everything in line as much as I can. Right, so the plants that I've got in here, some of them are actually really old. I'm talking about 10 years. The last scape that I actually did, all of this was gone. I thought I ripped it all out. All of this Anubis, I bought that probably about 8 years ago, and all it was 5 little rhizomes. Every time I do a rescape, I try and get rid of a bunch and just hand them off to mates.
You've stocked most of my tank from this.
You can only probably see about 2/3 of it. There's about another third hiding behind there as well.
Oh man, that's massive.
Yeah, oh, there's another bit there.
So that's just... The water's pretty cold.
I don't think there's any heaters running on there at the moment.
That is cold.
Yeah. What is it? 19?
Yeah. Shrimp are alright though. That's a big bit.
Yeah. So around here is what I use to do my water changes. That's actually an irrigation pump that I got from my last house.
Yep.
Way oversized for what I need, but I've managed to make it work. 2 Eve tanks. I can draw it from the tank through the pump, and it will actually go out through there to fill the tank.
Yep.
I've also got it set up so I can draw water from the tank through the pump and out, so I can use that tank water to water the lawns and the gardens and stuff like that. This is just an overflow because the pump's so powerful, so it actually just puts a little bit back in there. Yeah, and then depending on which taps I shut off and everything like that, I can make it work both ways.
Again, not an engineer.
I don't know, I think I just jagged at putting it together, to be honest.
It's all pretty well set up. Why do you only do it once every couple months?
Turn that on. Now that's primed. Off. That's on all the way. Let's see. That needs to go on. That one needs to go off. This one needs to go off. It's blocked. Blocked. Down through there.
Like Tetris, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
Frank's out.
Now doing it this way, I've only overflowed my tank about 20 times. I know that it's overflowed because the power cut's out.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of my setup is based around the plants and the shrimp as well, because I like to keep the shrimp. I've kept a lot of non-aggressive smaller fish.
Yep.
I really like the emerald blues. I've always had bristlenose, I like them. I like weird fish.
See, that's how stocked I reckon it should be, mate. Once you get the water level down, I love a fully stocked tank. So filling it back up now?
Yeah, so I've got out the fish that I don't want to keep. I think I've gotten everything out of the substrate, although I'm sure that something's going to pop up again.
So you use Purigen for what?
Purigen I use to just clear up the water. It's basically a water polisher. You can regenerate it quite a few times by bleaching it to get rid of all the stuff off there, rinsing it out with water and then popping it back in. You can use it, I don't know, about 5 or 6 times I think before it starts losing its ability. It's almost like you can see the water clearing in front of your eyes when you first set it up. It's wicked.
And you don't treat this because it's tank water?
That's right.
Rainwater?
Yep, rainwater. So that's why I've got it sitting up here at the moment, oxygenating as it goes into the tank. The only thing I really do add sometimes is just some pH down, just to control the levels. When I have everything running in the tank, it just goes beautifully. There's no spikes or anything like that. Oxygen levels are pretty much optimum with all the plants that I've got in there. And it's just really well balanced. I went for about 3 or 4 months where I didn't have to touch the glass because everything was just perfect. And that's what I'm trying to go back to now. Alright, so what I've got here is dragonstone. And as much as I love the rock, every time I scape, it only takes about a month or 2 before my plants go in front of it. So I've never really had the chance to fully enjoy it, which is what I'm hoping to do with this scape here.
Kind of just went in the middle bit, eh?
From memory, yeah.
So what's your top there? If we go and roll it, I'll hold it this way. Is that titanium heater going to do anything?
This one here?
Yeah.
I need to turn it on.
It's probably worth it. I like that. And they do look like spires, you know?
Yeah.
And it's all sort of falling over and like a big vein.